I've been doing post-apocalyptic setting stuff for quite a while now, actually, even before I became a director. I've been making shorts that have been following this stuff. And I've always, I've always liked the romantic notion of starting over, of something new happening, right? And so I didn't want to do kind of the smoldering ashes of a world thing. And obviously, and I think in Dawn and War in particular, you do kind of set up this idea that mankind is on their last breath, essentially, and infrastructure is almost gone, and you leave that last movie with essentially seeing humans destroying themselves in a final kind of battle. And so I thought what was going to be really fun is to have a big cut, in our case, a couple hundred years, where what would happen when humans are gone, essentially. And the setting is really like in the remains of our world. And I love the idea that buildings and what's left of buildings anyway are crumbling away, and glass doesn't exist anymore because it's all broken out through the erosion in time. And I love the idea of just, the world is transforming back into this landscape, essentially. And so we were going to start the movie that way too, where these mountains that we find a bunch of apes climbing, they're actually buildings, but they're overgrown with trees, whole giant trees that are growing out of these things, and it creates these really kind of beautiful to look at, but also kind of haunting underneath this sort of memory of what our greatness, humanity's greatness. It's probably the first or second audition tape I saw was Owen Teague. And immediately, I mean, it was no question, oh my God, he's Noah. He's the guy. And he was acting like an ape. I think he was doing it across his girlfriend in a small New York apartment. And he was just acting like an ape, doing these lines, all this stuff, right? And it was just so obvious. Like, that's him. That's him. We kept searching, of course, but I just kept saying, it's him. It's him. And Owen's just a delightful guy. He's super nice, super innocent, the hardest worker you could possibly imagine. I mean, the movie really, he carried the movie on his shoulders through the movie. He set an example for all the actors in the movie, and how to kind of go about doing this role in a very hard, tough shoot. And he had to learn all these all the extension, the arm extensions things, and go through the process of the dots and all this stuff, right? And yeah, it's just, like I said, it's a miracle that we found him. He did a fantastic job. He's really one of the greatest actors I've worked with. And I couldn't say more things about it. I hope audiences just fall in love with him. I have been so lucky, for whatever reason, to find sort of a lot of young kind of cast people that just click, that just create some kind of chemistry thing. And that thing not only does it make just working easier, because everyone likes each other, it's fun, they take care of each other, they support each other, and they bring out the best in each other. That's on set during the kind of brutal kind of, production period of things. But I also think that camaraderie, which is so important for our Suna and Anaya and Noah as characters of Travis and Lydia and Owen, how they connect and truly do, like, I think see each other as like family members, essentially. It shows up in the movie. It's just this little unidentifiable magical thing, that chemistry that just shows up on screen, that these characters really care about each other. I've been spoiled as I think a fairly young filmmaker. I mean, I've made 4 movies now with Weta. They are the best in the world, at what they do. They just are. I can't say how humbling it is to work with people that are the best in the world at what they do. It's absolutely just a thrill every day to see the stuff they do. They are true artists. They are not just, computer tech nerds. People don't totally appreciate the artistry and sort of storytelling, filmmaking craftsmen that these people at Weta are. And it starts with Eric Winquist, our VFX supervisor, and they bring digital pixels to life based on the actors and the soul of the work that they do. Somehow goes through this incredibly complicated process, this pipeline, and comes out the other end, and you see Owen as an ape. I thought it would be a mistake to just do a part 4, to try to somehow just do another one and essentially fail at doing that, because it will just diminish sort of what was there before. And I think the fact that we took this leap forward to kind of do our own thing, but still stay true and honored to not just the previous trilogy, but all the movies that have come before us, I hope people will appreciate that we try to do our own thing, but still, you know, honored what came before, and that we still kind of fit into the world. And that's been kind of our challenge, I think, is to walk that line of to be original and entertaining and new, but still feel like we fit into the big puzzle, the big tapestry of these movies. So I hope people will appreciate kind of a new tone, a sort of a new sense of kind of scale and scope, and sort of entertainment value, but still, we still try to be, you know, it's a sci-fi movie with big concepts, with big ideas.